Hey everyone, for our midterm review I wanted to go over the intrusive igneous rocks and their textures. So for starters, what is an igneous rock? Well, they're formed when melted rock, also known as magma, cools and solidifies. Igneous rocks are characterized by their texture and composition. The texture is the size of the individual mineral crystals in the rock, and the composition refers to the types of minerals that make up the rock. There are four major types of intrusive igneous bodies, and that is batholiths, dikes, sills, and laccoliths. Batholiths are a type of igneous rock that forms when magma rises to Earth's crust but doesn't reach the surface. They are a massive body of magma with no visible base, as we can see here in this photo, and they're composed mainly of coarse-grained rocks. They're considered discordant igneous rock bodies because they cut across the pre-existing rock bed. Dikes are sheet-like bodies of magma that cut vertically or radically across the layers of bedrock, but they can be vertical or near vertical. So they are frequently formed from explosive eruptions that crack the area of the volcano with magma that fills in the cracks, which then forms the dikes. They're also considered discordant igneous rock bodies because they cut across the pre-existing rock bed as well. Sills are sheet-like bodies of magma that cut horizontally between the layers of bedrock, and they run parallel to the existing rock body instead of cutting through it, which makes them concordant igneous rock bodies. Laccoliths are dome-shaped sills that push up the layers of bedrock around them. They're intrusive bodies that intrude between the layers of sedimentary rock, and they're also considered concordant igneous rocks because they also run parallel to the existing rock bed. So the rate of cooling is important here because the rate of cooling and the chemical composition of minerals determine the size, type, and the percentage of minerals in the igneous rocks. The rate of cooling affects how the texture will be in an igneous rock. So intrusive igneous rocks cool slowly due to the high pressure of melting and the insulation of the lithosphere. And the rocks that cool slower are those that contain larger crystals. So you can see here in this photograph how that looks. The magma starts in a liquid form, and then over time you'll see the crystals forming, and eventually at the end you'll see a network of interconnected crystals all growing together. There are different types of igneous rock textures. So phaneritic contains coarse-grained crystals, and those are the ones that cool very slowly over time, and granite is an example of that. The next is aphanetic. They contain fine or microscopic crystals. Usually you have a magnifying glass of this one. They cool fast over time, and one of the examples is rhyolite. Pegmatic contains very large coarse-grained crystals, and they cool slow over time. Pegmatic is another one of those examples. And porphyritic contains mixes of large and small crystals. So they have varying compositions in their texture. So for them, they cool slow first, and then they cool fast. So porphyritic andesite is the example for that one. So rock composition and the color index. So when we're looking at the rocks, what colors do that indicate for them? Felsic is light colored. Granite is a good example of that. It shows us, this is a light colored rock, and you can see the minerals that are in there. We have intermediate, a mix of light and dark colors. Mafic, which is basically dark colors, and then ultramafic, which you're going to be looking at more of like a black scale for that one. Very dark grays and very dark greens too. And here we have the color index listed, so you can see how the texture and the colors coincide and go hand in hand with each other. And you can see those that are of have finer crystals and those that have larger ones. And then I do have my works cited here for the photos and then for the text. So if you need any more information, or you want to look into any more of this, or if you have any questions, hopefully this will help you, and good luck on your midterms.